to our meeting, to our lesson tonight, okay, I would like to ask you to speak, okay, to speak up, okay. What is the topic that I want to give you tonight? Okay, you may talk about your favorite movie, yeah, your favorite movie. You tell us the character, the plot, and then the favorite part of that movie. So you are going to talk about that. But okay, in addition, you will have to welcome and greet the audience. It's like you have presentations and your topic is okay, telling your favorite movie. Okay, your favorite movie. I will give you 5 minutes to prepare. Okay, and then we will back to our class at 19 sorry at 19:09 or 7:90 okay or 7:09 okay jam 7:09 we will be back to our meeting in the Zoom. Okay, so 5 minutes to prepare. Okay. Then 9. So it's time for you to present what you have been prepared. Right. Just relax. Don't be nervous. Free to talk. Don't think about grammar. Don't think about anything. I want you guys to build your self-confidence while you speak in English. Okay? So it will be very excited for you to tell your favorite movie. It means that you know well the movie, characters, plot, settings, and etc. So you will be very relaxed, yeah, to present or to tell your story about your favorite movie. Okay? Now you may turn on your camera, okay, and then I will ask you one by one to present your favorite movie presentation. Okay. All right. So you may turn on your camera so that I can see you. I can see your mouth. Okay. When pronounce the words in English. Okay. So who will be the first? Okay. Who will be the first to tell or to present a favorite movie? Okay, of yours to us. So we know and so we will know about the movie that you like the most. Okay. All right, guys. Who will be the first?
Me.
Okay, Nida, you will be the first. Okay, go on, Nida.
Okay. Good evening,
Wait, I'm
everybody.
sorry for interrupting. You may talk free, yeah, without any time. It means that without limited time. So it will be free for you to talk as long as you want, yeah. Okay, go on.
Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here tonight. Let me start by saying just a few words about my own background. I'm bachelor student of Social and Political Science faculty at Gal University majoring Government Science in Ciamis, Indonesia. In my presentation, I would like to report on my favorite movie is Miracle in Cell Number 7. Okay. My favorite movie is Miracle in Cell Number 7. The various player character, some are antagonists and then protagonists. The main character is Yesung. Yesung, right? And then Yesung has a mentally unwell father. The funniest session that I like when his father will be sentenced to death. Like father, Yesung father is not criminal. Like how do you say membuat hal kriminal?
Doing crime.
Yes, doing crime. But because Yesung father had a mentally unwell, so like dijebak, right?
Oh yeah, trapped. Yeah, it's
Right.
trapped.
Yes.
Okay.
Then to be future, how do you say kemudian?
And
Di masa
then
di
in the
masa depan,
future,
in the future, Yesung to be lawyer, right?
okay, yeah.
Lawyer, but how do you say even Yesung to be a lawyer, but Yesung father have done how do you say, sudah meninggal.
Oh, passed away.
Yes, forget passed away, right? And then even I watching the movie, I oh my god, I like how do you say masuk in the movie like I don't have feel like I'm happy, but oh my god, I'm always crying or crying, right?
Okay, you were crying.
Yes, you must watching the movie
I
because
did. I know that movie.
yeah, yeah, you must watching the movie because I think you can grateful and can build your love for father and then for your parent like that, and you must grateful with your family. Okay, guys. By the end of this talk, you will be familiar with Miracle in Cell Number 7. This talk will cover three, I mean, no. My first point, corner, Miracle in Cell Number 7. And the thought only lasts, I think, 4 minutes, right?
Okay.
Does everybody have a handout?
Yeah.
I think you wanna ask me?
Okay, I will ask you. Okay.
Okay, Mister.
Okay. Which
Sorry, sis, I can hear your voice clearly.
sometimes your voice is missed. Yeah, it's like sometimes
Wait,
your voice gone. I suggest you to get your mic closer. Yeah. All
wait.
right. So I have a questions. I have questions because I know that movie. Okay, and I do love that movie, but that's not my favorite movie, but I love it. Okay. Which part? Okay. Which scene? Which your favorite scene in the movie?
Uh, what part favorite, Mister?
Yeah, your favorite scene. Scene.
Okay. Even the funniest session that I like when his father in the sentenced to death, right? And then Yesung to be lawyer.
Okay. Uh
And
huh.
then how even Yesung, how do you say masih kecil?
Even Yesung was a little.
yes, was a little. Yesung go to sell for meet with her father. And then Yesung like dancing, but Yesung how do you say salah, right?
Wrong.
Wrong, wrong or yes, wrong join with because Yesung have I mean Christianity, right? But
Yeah.
Yesung dancing with Buddha, right?
Okay. Haha, haha. Okay, that's your favorite part. I know Yesung, while she was a little, she's very cheerful. Yeah.
Yes.
Cheerful and then cute and then all right. It's a good character,
Yes,
exactly.
and very smart.
Yeah, yeah. Huh, I agree with you. Yeah, yeah. She is very smart. Okay, thank you, Nida, for sharing your favorite movie. Yeah. All
Okay.
right. I just want to suggest you to to learn or to improve your pronunciations again and again. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
By practicing, your pronunciations will be improved day by day, time by time. So you need to do it with your best effort. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Nida. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, who will be the next? Okay, who will be the next? Prita, Devi, Aziz, or Andri?
I choosing my friend.
Okay, you may choose your friend.
Okay. I wanna choose Prita Hapsari Milenial Yanti.
Okay, Prita Hapsari Millennial Alianti Millennial. Okay, come on, Prita. Okay, it's your turn, yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my first presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Let me introduce myself. I'm Prita Hapsari Milenia Alianti from Galuh University, Indonesia. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is about my favorite movie. Okay. I want to tell you about the one of my favorite movie, and then the title is Mary Rihanna $1 Million Dream.
Okay.
This movie tell us about the Mary Rihanna who's struggling to live abroad alone without her parent and her family and then this story began yeah, when in, when there was May 98 riots in Indonesia. It is a racial riot to ethnic Chinese in Indonesia, and then on that situation, many shops and company were destroyed by mass rampage, especially those belonging of Chinese descent. And there was hundreds of women of Chinese descent who were raped and experienced sexual in the riots. Some of them were even gang raped, brutally abused, and killed. Killed, yes. And then that's one of the reason many people in Indonesia, especially Chinese descent, who left from Indonesia, and one of them is Mary Riana. Mary Riana's parents, sent Mary Riana to Singapore because the condition on Indonesia is not getting better. So her parents prayed, and decided to send Mary Riana to Singapore and study at Nanyang Technological University. Okay, wait. Mary Riana lives her life alone in foreign country without proper preparation, especially in finance. So thinking hard and working hard to feel their life needed. How do you say kebutuhan hidup? Is it life needed? Yeah, like that. And then she has try many work job like by selling brochure and then being a writer in a hotel, waiter in a hotel, and then what else in a opportunity of business like salary and inventation. And here actual what else I want to say, like she has tried to variety of job, and she met with her partner who's now between her husband. It is Alpi or Alpa, I forget like that. And then in the second year of her study in Singapore, she make resolution and she built her big dream. And her big dream is she have to gain a freedom, especially in financial, before she turned 30 years old. So she work hard to realize her dream, and fortunately he can reach it. She can got her dream and being a success woman before she turned 30 years old, like that. And Mary Riana have many achievements. She is being a founder of Mary Riana organization who's focused on consultation, on finance, publish book, and then she is also an author of Mary Riana $1 Million Dream. That's all for me, guys. Is there any question?
Okay, what a detail. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, there's a question. My favorite scene on that movie was Shimli scene. What about you, Prita? That questions. Okay. Your favorite scene?
My favorite scenes when Mary Riana's mother come to Singapore to meet
Okay.
Riana. It's very, well, how do you say, terharu, make me terharu like that.
Oh, it's
After,
like it's touch, yeah.
yeah, make me like that because after a long time he lives alone in a foreign country and finally can meet with her mother. Like that.
Hey. Okay, all right. Okay, you have to correct your pronunciations. Okay, there's some words that you mispronounce. Chinese, yeah, it should be Chinese. Singapore, and then okay, she had to or she has to, not she have to, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, be careful with that. Thank you, ya Mary Riana. Alright, Mary Riana, mimpi $1 juta, right?
Right.
Okay.
Or
Thank you, Prita, for your sharing. Next, who's your friend you may want to choose to tell his or her favorite movie?
I chose Ajis.
Aziz. Aziz. Okay, thank you, Prita. Now, Aziz, it's your time to tell your favorite movie. Go on.
Okay, my favorite movie is Dylan and Milea, The
Dylan and Milea, okay?
Voice of Dylan. Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here tonight. Let me introduce myself. I am Abdul Aziz from Galuh University in Ciamis, Indonesia. What I like to presentation to you today is the voice of Dylan and Milea. Today topic is of special interest to those of you who and the IM of this presentation is to, in my presentation, I'll focus on three major I issue. The first one, the story of Dylan and Milea. Two, the story entered the motorbike alive. Three, the tragedy of the incident. Okay. My favorite film is the Dylan film Pentel. The voice of Dylan in 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 the film, it tell about Dylan and Milea. Suara dari Dylan is an Indonesian romantic drama film directed by Fajar Bustomi and Pidi Baik. This film is taken over from the novel of the same name 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 by Pidi and is a sequel. Dylan or Iqbal Ramadan, the commander of a motorcycle gang in Bandung in the early 90, has a relationship with a new student from Jakarta named Milea or Vanessa. Dylan is always happy when he is with Milea, but his motorcycle gang friend Phil Dylan is getting away from his group because of Milea. A tribal incident, one of their member, Akel, did is a result of being eaten up by a group of people. This incident make Milea worry about Dylan's safety. Milea make the Milea Milea make the decision to part with Dylan as a warning for Dylan to stay away from the motorcycle gang.
Okay. And then?
Okay, if you have any question, feel free to interrupt me at any time. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Aziz. You told us about your favorite movie, Dylan and Milea. Yeah, okay. All right, it's Indonesian's movie and it's really famous here. Yes, okay. The characters. Okay, you told us about the character and then the plot. Okay, I think that's very good. All right, there's a questions from Divisi Kerjasama, yeah, from the host. Maybe it's from Mr. Bayu. Okay. Or I don't know. Would you like to flirt me like Dylan? Okay. Do you understand with the questions, Aziz? Would you like to flirt me like Dylan? Katanya. Gombalin kayak gombalnya Dylan.
Oh,
All right. You think about that and then you have to answer later, yeah? Okay, next. Who will be the next? Please choose one of your friends.
um, Andri.
Andri. Okay. Andri, you are the next, Andri.
Okay,
Thank you,
sir.
Aziz.
I I like the movie The Last Walk. Hello, Maganda Gabi. Good night and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. I am Andri Mulyana from Galuh University in Ciamis, Indonesia.
Okay, go on.
Like to present to you today is the Last Walk movie.
Okay.
I can I can imagine the 4-point presentation anybody who wants it. Tonight I will presentation about the Last Walk movie, which is a film produced by the National Children, which tell the journeys of five friends who are full of dramatic journey. And at one point, when the five friends were doing a futsal match with another village, one of their friends was killed because the match is hunting up Bas Jarod. This to save him, and instead he accidentally kill Bex, which will kill his friend. And finally, Jarod was arrested by the police for alleged murder, and finally he was imprisoned. And the beginning of the story begins when Jarod goes to jail and he has learned a lot in prison there, and Jarod's friend always gives support and always waits for Jarod's freedom to come out prison to nice to start their prisons again. The meaning that can be taken from the story is the meaning of friendship which actually and friend who always help each other in a station. Thank you so much. There will be a team per question after my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, all right. It's good improvement, yeah. Okay, but you have to, what is it? You have to watch your pronunciations and your intonation, yeah. Okay, your presentations it's flat, datar banget ya presentasinya without any intonations, ya. Okay, for the next presentations you have to make it more alive, ya. Kayak hidup gitu, kayak suasana presentasinya itu. So the listener will be very exciting to listen to your story, ya. Ya, it will be very good for you to make it more expressive kayak gitu, ya. Oke, jadi menggunakan ekspresif body language-nya maybe ya. Because your story is good, your story is great. Okay, the movie is about friendship. All right, but your expressions is what is it? It's less, I guess, yeah. Just a little bit more relaxed. Okay. But thank you very much, Andri. You did great job. Keep it up, yeah. Okay. Keep practicing. Thank you very much. The last, Devi, the Queen of Soul.
Okay, Mr. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
I
Good
cannot hear
evening.
your voice clearly. Can you please get your mic closer?
Okay.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good evening, everyone. Wilujeng wengi, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to have this opportunity to address such a distinguished audience. Let me start by saying just a few words about my own background. I am Devi Tianovianti, bachelor student of government science at Galuh University in Ciamis, Indonesia. The title of my presentation is about my favorite movie. Today's topics is particular interest to those of you who concern and who you like about movie. The aim of this presentation is to explain my favorite movie. I have divided my presentation into one parts, and firstly I will concern about my favorite movie. Okay, my favorite movie is Parasite. Do you know, guys?
Parasite. Parasite.
Parasite. Sorry.
Parasite. Yeah.
Okay. Parasite. Do you know,
Parasite.
guys? Parasite.
Yeah. Good. Next.
Okay. Parasite. Okay, this film is yes, Park Sodam. This film is tells the story about a poor family who tries survive by doing everything they can. In the midst of the crisis, Kiwo is offered a job by his old friend, become a language teacher for the rich Park family children. Starting from here, Kiwo began to bring one by one his family to Park family. And the Park family did not have the slightest substitution against them, and they were not even aware that a family working with them. Um, the conflict in this film begins when the family process start working one by one, and a big secret about the old housemate is revealed. Bang Joon-ho, the producer, wrapped this film is very well because the message conveyed 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 is very attached
Yes.
attached to human life today, where there is where there are difference between two two castes, and the way each family build their family and survive for their family.
Okay.
That's all for me. Thank you for your attention, and good evening.
Okay. Thank you, Debbie, for your for sharing your favorite movie. It's about parasites. I know that movie as well. Yeah. Parasite is one of the best movie I think because yeah, it's related to our to our life. Yeah. It's about how to survive. It's about family, drama, crime, and everything, and etc. Okay, thank you guys for sharing your favorite movie. I thank to you all. All right, Prita, your favorite movie, one of your favorite movie was telling about Mary Riana, and then Aziz Dilan and Melia, it's romance. Andri, okay, it's about Black Mud movie, and then Nida, it's about in Miracle in Cell Number Seven, and then Devi Parasite. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate what you have done. So keep it up, keep practicing more and more. All right, allow me to share you the screen. And tonight we are going to continue our topic. Okay, after we learn about how to open the presentations, okay, now we are going to learn about the main part or the middle or the main part of the presentations or signposting. Yeah. So tonight we are going to practice to learn together about this topic. Yeah. Okay. That topic. Okay. This. Okay. The first one is saying what is coming. Okay. Saying what is coming means what would you like to talk about in the very first place? Okay. So you may use these useful presentations after you give this the clear aim and then the clear title topic to the audience, you may say this one. Okay, in this part of my presentations, I'd like to talk about blah blah blah. Okay, every blah 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 here, you may pick or you may choose your own talk, yeah. Or the next one. So let me first give you a brief overview. All right. So in the very first place, what do you want to deliver in your presentation? Okay, will be told or will be presented here in saying what is coming. Okay, so pick one. Which one of the useful of the following useful phrases that you guys want to use in this part? Okay, and then the next is indicating the end of section. Okay. If it is about how to begin in what is coming, and these useful phrases will be used for indicating the end of sections. It means after you tell or you present what is coming, it is the end that indicating of the section. Okay, it is not the end of a presentation, but indicating the end of a section. Yeah, so you may use these or these following useful phrases. The first one, this brings me to the end of my first point. Or so so much for point two, so much for point two. Or so that's the background on blah blah blah. And then that's all I wanted to say about. Ah, you may pick this one, for example. In this part of my presentations, I'd like to talk about the definitions of crime based on the regulations in Indonesia. And then you present the definition of crime, and then after that, okay, that's all I wanted to say about the crime. Ah, you may say that. Yeah. And then, okay, next it's about summarizing point. Okay, summarize. Okay, to summarize, to conclude. Ya, kayak membuat ringkasannya, tapi from the first point. Ya, you may use this useful phrases. Okay, to indicate summarizing a point. Okay, the first one. Before I move on, I'd like to recap the main points. Or let me briefly summarize the main issues. Or I'd like to summarize what I have said for you. Okay. In these situations or in this case, okay, after you deliver the first point of your presentations of your main point, and then you indicate the end of the sections, and then after that you want to summarize. You want to summarize the first point of your presentation. Yeah. All right. And then the next one is moving to the next point. Okay. If you use slide, or if you use screen, it will be moved from one slide to another slide. Yeah. Moving to the next point, it means that from first point to second point, or second point to third point, or third point to fourth point. Yeah. So you may use this useful expression to move your presentations from first point to the next point. Okay. The following useful phrases will be very effective and it will be very useful for you. The first one, this leads directly to my next point. Or this brings us to the next question. Or let's now move on to, or turn to, or let's now take a look at, or okay, let me now turn to the issue of. Okay, so after you summarize the first point and then you want to move to the second point or third point, use these useful phrases, yeah, in moving to the next point. For example, After you summarize the first point and then you want to go to the next point, you will say, or you may say, let's now take a look at the second point. Or, okay, let me now turn to the issue of. For example, the first point is about the definitions of crime. Okay, let me now turn to the issue of the facts of crime in Indonesia. For example, yeah. Okay, or let's now move on to, okay, after I summarize the first point about the definitions of crime in Indonesia, let's now move on to the facts of crime in Indonesia. Yeah, you may use these following useful phrases. Okay, so far so good. Any question? Okay, if there's no questions, we are going to continue. Okay, moving on to the next point. Moving on to the next part, it's about going back. What does it mean? Okay, going back, it means refers to, ya. Refers, merujuk kepada sesuatu yang sudah kita sebutkan sebelumnya atau sudah kita bahas sebelumnya. You want to make you make to, what is it, reference, yeah. Okay, and then the useful phrases that you may use, okay, as I said, or as I mentioned earlier, you may say that, or let me come back to what I said before, or let's go back to what we were discussing earlier, or as I've already explained, or as I pointed out in the first section, or can I now go back to the questions I posed at the beginning? Yeah. The example is, okay, if there's a question or if there's interruptions from the audience that ask you about what you have said or about what you have mentioned earlier, you may use one of these useful phrases. Yeah. For example, the audience asks you about, can you tell me more about the definitions of crime in Indonesia? And then you may respond, as I said, or as I mentioned earlier, crime in Indonesia define blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Or, for example, can you please give us the fact of the crime in Indonesia? As I have already explained, blah, blah, blah. Now you may pick this useful passage. Okay. And moving on to the next point, it's about adding ideas. Okay, adding ideas, it means that, okay, if you want to add another brilliant or another excellent idea that you have to, that it comes in sudden, so you may use this useful process. Okay, the first one, in addition to this, I'd like to say that, okay, or moreover, or furthermore, not furthermore, yeah. Furthermore, there are other interesting facts we should take a look at. Yeah. Moreover, or furthermore, there are other interesting facts we should take a look at. Okay, for example, you explained about the, what is it, about the crime in Indonesia, and then you want to add the excellent idea or the mind-blowing idea about the fact, about the definitions or another thing, and then you may say this. In addition to this, I'd like to say that the crime in Indonesia, blah, 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 blah. Okay, or moreover, there are other interesting facts we should take a look at. Okay, and then you explain, you continue your presentation. Okay, that is about adding ideas. Okay, you will be practicing with Miss Vivi after this To use, to use the expression of saying what is coming, indicating the end of a section, summarizing a point, moving to the next point, going back, and adding ideas. Silakan teman-teman dari sekarang pilih from each topic, from each point, dari setiap poin dipilih yang akan teman-teman gunakan. Bakukan saja, kira-kira teman-teman mau menggunakan yang mana ya, supaya teman-teman punya framework atau struktur ketika mau presentasi ya. Mau presentasi, teman-teman bisa menggunakan step-step itu. Dicatat di mind mapping poin-poin pentingnya, step-stepnya apa saja yang teman-teman akan bacakan ataupun akan presentasikan. Ini frase-frase ini akan memudahkan teman-teman untuk to deliver the material or the presentation well, untuk membantu teman-teman menyampaikan materi teman-teman itu secara sistematis, terstruktur, dan profesional ya, seperti itu. Any questions? Ada yang mau ditanyakan? Okay, so far so good. Okay, and then next is about elaborating a point. Okay, now it's time for us to elaborate, elaborasi ya, mengelaborasikan. Oke, presentasi misalnya dari main point to the other point. Oke. Atau mengkaitkannya apa? Oke. Useful phrases that you may use. The first one, okay. I'd like to look at this in a bit more detail. Nah, or can I develop this point a bit further? Okay, let me elaborate on this point. Or let's look at this problem in a bit more detail. We have to know about elaboration. What is elaboration? Okay. Elaboration is we are going to enlarge. Yeah, guys, is it clear? My voice? Hello?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Elaborate means we are going to enlarge. Yeah, we are going to make the detail, or we are going to make the compositions from another explanations. Ya, dielaborasi, diperluas, diperinci. Okay, you may use those useful phrases that I have tried to pronounce just now. Yeah. Okay. And then, okay, the next is about explaining terminology. If there's some terms, ada istilah-istilah, nah karena suka beda ya, ada istilah-istilah dari setiap disiplin ilmu. Okay, and then you want to explain the terminology. Okay, you guys may use these useful phrases. Okay, the first one. Okay, this one, explaining terminology. The first one, blah blah blah, occupational hazard, that is to say dangerous apply to certain job. Yeah, for example, there is term, ada istilah dalam akuntansi ataupun biologi ataupun dalam kesehatan. Nah, misalkan dalam kesehatan ya, ada kalimat postpartum period. Postpartum period itu istilah untuk masa nifas misalkan dalam ilmu kesehatan. And then you want to explain that terminology, mau menjelaskan istilah itu apa gitu ya. Atau misalkan mau menjelaskan istilah delivering baby. Nah, delivering baby itu apa? Mengantarkan bayi atau menyampaikan bayi. Oh tidak, delivering baby itu melahirkan. Nah, misalkan gitu ya. Ada term-term atau ada istilah ataupun ada singkatan that you want to explain ya. That you want to make it detail. Okay, you may use this expression. Yeah, all this. Okay. And then rhetorical questions, rhetorical. Oke. Rhetorical questions. Nah, ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang membutuhkan jawaban yang dengan retorika ya, retorika jawabannya. So, nah kita perlu nih kalau ada pertanyaan misalkan what conclusions can we draw from this? Nah, diuraikan, dicontohkan berdasarkan retorikal kita ya, yang conclusion dari point by point, oke, dari one point to other point itu apa aja. Oke, atau so what does this mean? Nah, boleh dengan menggunakan kalimat tanya. Jadi apa artinya ini? Ini menandakan bahwa ini kayak TSJS ya, tanya sendiri jawab sendiri. Kadang kan gitu kan untuk nanya audiens itu kadang ketika kita presentasi misalkan udah ngejelasin panjang lebar terus kita mau masuk ke conclusion atau memberikan conclusion. So, ladies and gentlemen, what conclusion can we draw from this? We can draw bla 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 bla. Ya, seperti itu. Jadi misalkan dari presentasi ini kita bisa menyimpulkan apa nih, teman-teman? Nah, dari presentasi ini kita bisa menyimpulkan bahwa bla bla bla. Ya, semacam itu ya. Or the last, so where do we go from here? Nah, so where do we go from here? Atau misalkan, jadi gimana nih kita? Misalkan dengan kasus ini, dengan fakta ini kita mau gimana ya? Oke, itu. And then, this is good. This is good fillers. Ini semacam good fillers ya, yang bisa teman-teman gunakan. Indicator, they prepare the audience for introducing a new point or just provide pauses before continuing. Ya. Nah, if you want to pause, if you want to what is it to introduce a new point, indicatorsnya teman-teman bisa menggunakan okay. Nah, ini right then, good, now then, well then. Ya, ini kayak coordinate temporal conjunction sih ya. Jadi mau pindah dari poin ke poin yang lain dan mau memperkenalkan poin yang baru. Nah, teman-teman bisa menggunakan ini. Oke. Next point is about atau right. Oke. Or right then. Alright. Or good or well then. The next point of my presentation, it will be about blah blah blah. Ya. You may use that. Okay. And then the last, before we continue to describe this well, there is interacting with the audience. How to interact with audience? Okay. The interactions during presentation is very important. So the communications will be very good, and then delivering the presentations will be very well. Yeah. So okay, you may use these useful expressions. The first one, is everyone still with me? Okay, or are you all following me so far? Or seperti saya nanya teman-teman misalkan, are you with me? Okay, or so far so good? Atau do you follow me? Ya, or enggak do you understand ya? Jarang kalau do you understand ya. You may say, are you with me? Okay, are you all following me so far? So good? Nah, you may say that. Itu tidak hanya dalam presentasi saja. Teman-teman bisa gunain itu ketika if you are a teacher and then you teach, nah bisa memberi itu. Atau lagi seminar atau teman-teman lagi penyuluhan seperti berita kemarin ya, mau bagaimana Bapak-bapak Ibu-ibu, apakah bisa dipahami gitu ya. Sejauh ini bagaimana Bapak-bapak Ibu-ibu, apakah bisa diikuti, bisa dipahami? Itu ya maksudnya. So, is everyone still with me? Or are you all following me so far? Nah, ingat untuk intonasi bertanya-nya ya. Okay, for questions intonations in English, there are two different types of questions. Ada dua perbedaan pertanyaan dalam bahasa Inggris. Kalau jawabannya yang iya atau tidak, oke. Ketika misalkan possibly to say yes or no, pertanyaannya datar-datar naik. Is everyone still with me? Is everyone still with me? Or are you all following me so far? Nah, It's different with WH question. Beda dengan yang WH atau yang jawabannya bukan antara iya dan tidak. Itu lebih datar-datar turun ya. What is your name? Where do you live? Ya enggak. What is your name? Or where do you live? Oh, enggak gitu ya. Beda dengan are you student? Are you students exchange? So, are you one of the international credit transfer student? Nah, itu naik ya di akhirnya. Alright. Those guys about how to deliver the middle or the main part of the presentation or signposting. Saying what is coming, indicating the end of a section, summarizing a point, moving to the next point, and then going back, and then adding ideas, elaborating a point, and then explaining terminology, rhetorical questions, indicators, and the last interacting with the audience. Now, I will give you 5 minutes to pick one by one. Okay, from every part, silahkan dipilih satu-satu dari setiap partnya untuk frase yang mau digunakan, disatukan ya. Oke, ini bagus nanti buat praktis bareng Miss Vivi. I will give you 10 minutes. Oke, I will give you 10 minutes to prepare. Silahkan pilih salah satunya mau mana aja. Dari saying what is coming, which one. Dari indicating the end of section, which one. Okay. So, I will be back at 8:10. Jam 8.10 saya akan kembali ya. Oke, silakan you have to prepare. The useful process that you will use, okay, to practice with me, Vivi. Okay, thank you, and then prepare for that. It will be very useful for you to present a topic, yeah. Okay, next, we are going to continue our discussion. Okay. Where I will share the screen. Okay. Okay, to continue our discussion. Okay. And after the middle part, okay, after the main part of the presentation, next, okay, describing visuals. Okay, what is describing visuals? Nah, we are going to discuss until conclusion ya. Nah, the last part it will be saying numbers. Okay. Describing visuals. Okay. If you have figure, if you have graphic, yeah, graphs, and then if you have some images or illustrations in your presentations, and then you want to describe them, you may use this visual description. Okay, the first one, introducing a visual, yeah. The useful phrases that you may use to introduce the visual or the illustrations of the figure in your presentations. The first one is, let's now look at the next slide which shows, okay. Or now let's look at, or let's have a look at, or take a look at, or I'd like you to look at, okay. If you have graphs or diagrams in your presentations, you may say, let's now look at the next slide which shows the diagram of the crime case in Indonesia. Now let's look at the diagrams, for example, or to illustrate this, let's have a closer look at the graph, okay, at the figure or the chart on the following slide shows the diagrams of the crime in Indonesia, yeah. Or the problem is illustrated in the next bar chart. Okay, as you can see here, the diagram or the graphs or blah, 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 yeah. Ini tuh digunakan untuk memperkenalkan atau mengajak audiens kalau kita punya sesuatu yang ingin dijelaskan, entah itu diagram, grafik, foto, ataupun ilustrasi yang lain ya. Nah, sehingga teman-teman mudah nih untuk penggunaan useful phrasesnya dan audiensnya tuh bisa mengikuti, bisa atensinya bisa mengikuti presentasi teman-teman ya. That is how to introduce a visual. And then how to explain. Nah, setelah kita mengajak audience untuk oke, coba lihat pada grafik berikut. Nah, now it's time for us to explaining a visual. Gimana kita menjelaskan si visual itu ya. First, oke, ada useful expressionnya untuk explaining a visual. First, let me quickly explain the graph. Nah, oke, ini berarti yang mau dijelaskannya itu adalah grafik. Nah, or as the graph table indicates. Nah, ini bisa grafik, bisa tabel ya, boleh nih. Or I'd like us to focus our intentions on the significance of this figure here. Ya, as I mentioned earlier, visuals cover graph, table, figure, diagrams ya. Bisa berupa grafik, tabel, figur, ilustrasi ataupun diagram. Oke, from tabel 1 we can see. Nah, ini biasanya kalau mau menjelaskan tentang suatu ada kurva naiknya atau turunnya atau kesimpulan dari tabel 1, tabel 2, tabel 3. Or chart ya. Nah, ada chart compares juga nih. Or you can see here the development over the past 5 years. Ya. Ini untuk menjelaskan visual. Tuh. Oke. And then highlighting. Nah, highlighting information. Nah, di sini itu kita kayak mau menekankan meng-highlight, meng-emphasize ya. Menguatkan atau meyakinkan atau menekankan tentang informasi yang ada pada presentasi kita ya. So the first useful phrase, I'd like to stress. Oke, bukan stress ya di sini, bukan stress mau membuat stres, no. Jangan sampai. Andri tidak stres kan, Andri? Oke. I'd like to stress or I'd like to highlight. Nah, atau jangan pakai stress kalau arti stress itu tidak hanya untuk stres artinya ya. I'd like to highlight. Nah, I'd like to emphasize the following points ya. Or I'd also like to draw your attention to the upper half of the chart. Nah, or if you look at it more closely, you will notice there are several surprising developments. Or I'd like to point out one or two interesting details. Or I'd like you to think about the significance of this figure here. Or I'd like to focus your attention on the underlying trend here. Or whichever the reason for this, whichever way you look at it, however you try to explain it, the underlying trend is obvious. And the last, the interesting or the significant or the important thing about blah 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 is blah blah blah. Yeah. So you may pick one of highlighting information useful phrases that you may use to emphasize or to highlight your topic of presentation. Ini mah misalkan ya penekanannya saja gitu, kita mau menguatkan misalkan I'd like to point out one or two interesting details. Di sini saya mau menjelaskan satu atau dua data-data ataupun detail-detail yang menarik. Nah, misalkan kayak gitu ya. Misalkan ada yang menariknya dari kasus-kasus kriminal di Indonesia dan saya ingin menekankan tentang kasus-kasus bla bla bla. Nah, that's it ya. That's for example. Okay, and then the next is describing trends. Nah, how to describe a trend. And what is trends? Nah, di sini ada trends itu apa? Nah, boleh kayak kecenderungan suatu hal dalam presentasi kita ataupun arah-arahan ya. Sell increase, contohnya langsung ke contoh nih. Sales increase, shot up, grow up, rose by. Nah, misalkan penjualan itu naik karena apa gitu ya. Bertambah itu karena apa, kecenderungannya seperti apa. Or sales decline itu kenapa. Tertolak itu kenapa, reduce itu kurangi kenapa, decrease itu menurun kenapa, drop itu jatuh kenapa gitu ya. Or there was a sudden increase, nah ada penurunan yang secara tiba-tiba, misalkan ada penurunan yang tidak wajar. Or in 2010 we saw a moderate fall. Nah, ini kita mau menjelaskan kecenderungan perbedaan kalau misalkan kita mempresentasikan tabel 1, 2, 3. Nah, kecenderungan yang berbeda ini itu apa? Or this was followed by a gradual decline. Or the increase reach a peak or level out. Ini mungkin lebih ke presentations dalam penelitian ya, yang mana teman-teman bisa suka ada grafik, suka ada diagram, suka ada chart ya, yang teman-teman harus jelaskan. Oke. That is teman-teman. And the last is saying numbers. Nah, saying numbers in presentations, it relates to our English. It relates to our English mastery ya. Nah, kita di sini itu saying numbers mengungkapkan nomor. Nah, membacakan angka. Oke, masih suka latihan 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 9 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, don't forget to practice that to improve your pronunciation ya. Oke, itu harus selalu dilatih tuh pagi, siang, malam coba. Apakah udah bisa cepat, udah tidak bisa apakah udah tidak pacaletot lagi ya. Oke. Oke, nah saying numbers. Okay. Alright, in this discussions, I'd like also to give you the information about number in English. Okay, we can categorize or the number in English divided into two. There are ordinal numbers and cardinal numbers ya dalam bahasa Inggris. Ordinal numbers is for order like first, second, third, fourth, fifth ya. And the cardinal number, the cardinal number is the usual number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ya. I will give you an illustration here. Okay, number in English ya. The first one is cardinal number, bukan cardinal merek baju, hati-hati. Kemudian ordinal. Cardinal number itu the usual number ya, yang kita gunakan. Ada 1, 2, 3, etc. ya, dan selanjutnya. Ini untuk cardinal number. And then the second one, nah, ordinal, first, second, third, ya, fourth, nah, fifth. For ordinal number, untuk ordinal number, nah selanjutnya pokoknya yang beda itu first, second, third. Nah setelah 4, 5, 6 ke sana itu tinggal ditambah TH belakangnya. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth, ya. Jadi ada TH-nya. Atau kalau ditulis first itu yang satu ada ST di atas, ya, di atasnya. 2 ND. 3 RD. Nah, misalkan ada ininya. 4-nya TH. Tapi yang di atas ya teman-teman contohnya. Oke, what is the difference? What are the differences? Beda-bedanya apa sih kardinal sama ordinal? Yang paling jelas untuk ordinal itu digunakan untuk menyampaikan bulan, tanggal ya. Jadi kalau nyebut tanggal 1 bukan date 1 ya, bukan. Tapi first date, second date, third date ya. Tanggal 1, tanggal 2, tanggal 3 ya. Atau ini menyebutkan tanggal lahir juga. Atau di sini ordinal itu order, urutan. Nah, kalau juara the first place, nah the second place, the third place, nah misalkan kayak gitu. Kalau cardinal number itu yang biasa. Nah, cardinal number 1, 2, 3 itu untuk menghitung di matematika biasa. Kemudian untuk nyebut tahun. Nah, tahun juga menggunakan cardinal number disebutnya ya. Nah, kita ini aja contohnya kita mau bilang tanggal lahir kita ya. The question is when were you born? Boleh pertanyaannya when were you born? Oke. Kapan kamu lahir? When were you born? Nah, teman-teman bisa I was born on the, nah misalkan kalau Mister on the 11th ini dibacanya 11th, nah 11th of September in 1994. Ini ada 1994. Dibaca dua-dua ya, 19 bahasa Inggrisnya 19, 94 94. Ya, dibaca dua-dua untuk tahun. Nih, ini ada ordinal number 11, kemudian ini ada cardinal number. I was born on the 11th of September in 1994, ya. Itu. Di sininya bedanya ini. Bagaimana kalau tahun 1876? Dua tetap 18 bahasa Inggrisnya 1876 ya. Bagaimana kalau yang 2000-an? Nah, ini 2000 ya. 2000. Kalau 2001 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. Bagaimana kalau yang udah 2 angka 2010? Ini bisa 2010. 20, 20, 10, 10. Atau 2010. Boleh ya. Atau 2011 to 2011 boleh. Atau 2011. Yang paling populer kemarin misalkan 2020. 2020. Nah, 2020. 2020 atau sekarang 2021 or 2021 ya. Nah, saying numbers in English itu berbeda ya. Kalau kilometer cara membacanya gimana, kalau desimal bagaimana cara membacanya, kalau nomor HP bagaimana cara membacanya. Kalau desimal itu misalkan ada 7 titik desimal dalam bahasa Inggris itu jadi 7,789 dalam bahasa Inggris jadi titik ya. Nah, ini disebut dibacanya itu 7 point. 789-nya dibaca satu-satu ya. 7.789 tidak dibaca 7,789 enggak ya. Tapi 7.789 sepanjang apapun sebutkan satu-satu nomornya ya kalau desimal. Kalau untuk kalau untuk langsung ke sini. Untuk nomor handphone. Nah, sebelumnya untuk nomor handphone itu satu-satu juga ya dibacainnya. Misalkan ini nomor handphonenya Mister. So you pronounce 082 315 762 071 Ya, dibaca satu-satu angka dalam cardinal number. Ya. 082-315-762-071. Begitu ya. Alright, back to our topic. Saying numbers yang ini ada langsung sama contohnya nih. Ya, 500. Nah, untuk ratusan itu 100. 100. Ya, 100. Kemudian ada 1500 untuk ribuan itu 1000. 1000. 1000. Ya. Ada 100 untuk ratusan, 1000 untuk ribuan. 350,421. 350,421. Nah, gitu bacanya ya. Or this 211,50,780.10.6. Nah, sorry, 80. Nah, ini yang desimal tadi. 10.6. Ini angkanya 3, 8.735. Ya, tetap dibacanya 1, 1. Kalau 0 desimalnya 0.009. 0 bisa dibaca O. 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 Bukan O. O. 9. Bukan ya. Tapi O. O. 9. Kemudian ada degree. Ada derajat nih. Nah, derajat. 5 degrees below 0 Celsius. 5 degrees below 0 Celsius. Itu kalau Celsius, Fahrenheit, and satu lagi apa? Celsius, Fahrenheit, sama apa satu lagi?
Room air, Reaumur, maybe what's Reaumur?
Kelvin apa kandela apa sih lah?
Kelvin,
Pokoknya apa tuh? Ada anak IPA nih ngejawab mungkin. Kelvin ya tuh, Kelvin ya benar. Kelvin ya itu. Ada Celsius, Fahrenheit, ada Kelvin. Thank you, Mr. Biu. Ya, ini yang jawab. Oke, and then gimana kalau ada pecahan dalam bahasa Inggris itu fraction. Ini matematika nih, fraction ya. Fraction. Pecahan. Nah, kalau pecahan itu bacanya, nah kalau setengah mah pakai half. Kayak baca jam 30 menit itu half ya. Nah, half kalau membaca jam 30 itu karena setengah half. Half. Tapi kalau ini 2/3 atau 78, nah yang 2 sama 7-nya dibaca cardinal number. Yang 3 sama 8-nya dibaca ordinal number. Ya. Jadi kalau misalkan ada 2/7, ingat 2-nya dibaca 2, 7-nya yang ada TH-nya. 7. Ya. Itu untuk fraction dalam bahasa Inggris. Terakhir ada yang kilometer nih. Kalau kilometer itu misalkan 7 kilometer jelas itu 7 kilometers per hour. Tapi kalau misalkan ada 7,25 kilometer, nah itu 7 kilometers and 25. 7-nya ke kilometer dulu baru ke 25 ya. Misalkan pakai teks aja nih. Misalkan 7,25 km. Ini dibacanya gini dulu nih. 7 kilometers and 25. Ya, dibacanya gitu. Ke kilometer dulu, baru ke 25. Enggak 7.25 kilometers, enggak. Ya. Alright. Now let's practice about number. Coba. Ini sambil tongue twister ya. Coba bahasa Inggrisnya 6 itu apa?
6.
6.
Harus jelas 6. 6 ya. Ada kesnya, jangan lupa ada kesnya. 6 6. Nah, misalkan kayak gitu. Oke, kalau 66 apa?
66.
Ingat ada kesnya 66. Oke, 66 ada 66. Oke. Kalau 666. Nah,
666.
666. Jangan lupa kasnya. Kalau 6.666 apa?
6,000.
666.
6,666. Oke. Kalau 66.666 apa? 66.000 ya.
66,000.
Oke, one by one. Nida, coba Nida.
60,600.
Oke, nice try. Devi.
66,000 and bentar.
Oke, calm.
66,666.
Oke. Nice try, Abdul Aziz. 66,000. Okay. Alright. Thank you for your try ya. Prita, coba Prita.
66,666.
Yeah, good Prita. Andri.
66,666.
Oke, jangan lupa pronunciation-nya kas 66,666 ya. Oke, bagaimana kalau 666.666? Ayo.
600.
Andri, coba Andri.
666,666.
Oke, good job Andri. Next. Aziz.
Okay. 666.
Oke, 666. Oke. Nida.
666,000. Right?
Oke. Ya.
666.
Oke, good. Devi.
6,600. 600.
Ada gitu 6600.
Ya Allah. Bentar. 600. 6,600.
666.000.
666.000. 600.
666,666.
666.
Nah, gitu Devi. Prita.
666,666.
Oke, good. Terakhir, bagaimana kalau 6 juta? 6.666.666 rupiah. Gimana? Okay, Mister, I will give you an example. 6,666,666. Yeah. 6,666,666. Yeah. That is Prita. You try.
Okay. 6,666,666.
Okay, good. Andri.
Okay. 6,666,666.
Okay. Devi.
6,666,666.
Okay, good. Nida.
6,666,666.
66,666. Bapak MC.
Okay, so 6,666,666.
Oke. Ngada malah Bapak MC mah. Okay, that is ya 6,666,666. That's how to pronounce number in English. Okay, I want to emphasize. Nah, I want to emphasize this. Remember ya. Remember how to say number in English. Which one you should pronounce cardinal number, which one you should pronounce ordinal number. Yang mana ordinal, yang mana cardinal ya. Remember that. Ini 100, 1000 kalau titik itu point, degrees kalau derajat, kalau per itu menggunakan ini nggak usah dibaca pernya, 2/3 langsung 7/8 lah gitu ya. Kilometers. Nah, kalau mata uangnya rupiah misalkan. Okay, what is the currency of England? Apa mata uang England? Anybody know?
Dollar.
Dollar? England dollar?
Euro.
No. Euro.
Euro.
Euro itu di seluruh Eropa rata-rata. Kalau England khususnya apa?
Sterling.
Pound
Tuh,
sterling.
Mr. Bayu jawab tuh, pound sterling ya. Nah, kalau di British England itu pound sterling. How about in Philippines? Filipina apa?
Peso.
Bedog ya, peso. Oke, and let's play the game. Hitung-hitung relaksasi ya. Mister mau tanya nih pengetahuan umumnya. What is the currency of Saudi Arabia? Ayo,
Iya.
Saudi Arabia.
Hah?
Yen.
Pardon?
Dinar.
Ya.
Real. Okay. What is the currency of South Korea?
Lupa.
Korsel apa korsel? Ayo, Korea Selatan apa? What is the currency of South Korea?
Won.
Won. Ya, good. How about Indonesia?
Yeah.
Rupiah.
Rupiah.
Oke, Malaysia.
Ringgit.
Ringgit.
Oke, ringgit. Meksiko.
Meksiko Amerika. Dollar.
Meksiko apa?
Peso
Peso ya.
itu sama
Oke, how about India?
Rupiah. Rupiah.
Rupiah. Oke, good, very good. What is the capital city of Indonesia? What is the capital city of Indonesia?
Jakarta, Syah.
Ya, Jakarta. What is the capital city of Philippines?
Manila.
Nah, how about Germany?
Jerman.
No. What?
Berlin.
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 How about Canada? Canada,
Ottawa.
Ottawa. How about New Zealand?
And
New Zealand, Wellington ya. Oke. Alright, that's all for the games ya. Nah, itu mah game-game aja lah. Kecil. Oke. Any questions atau mau tebak-tebak artis Korea? No ya. Oke. Nanti Devi yang menang kalau Korea sama Nida. Alright, any questions guys about tonight's discussion? Ada yang mau ditanyakan untuk diskusi malam ini? Before I close the lesson. Any questions? Ada yang mau ditanyakan? Mister, tips and tricks belajar bahasa Inggris biar cepat apa sih? Nah, itu pertanyaan loh. Mister, caranya nanganin gimana sih biar enggak gugup ketika ngobrol itu gimana sih? Atau takut salah ketika ngobrol bahasa Inggris itu gimana sih? Gitu. Atau cara cepat menghafal vocabulary itu Pak kayak gimana sih? Nah, itu pertanyaan. Sejauh ini belum ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan itu tuh udah master teman-teman semua ya. Amin.
Oke.
Ya. Pokoknya jangan lupa keep practicing, selalu berlatih, selalu ngobrol, selalu baceo pokoknya ya. Kalau belajar bahasa asing, bahasa manapun itu baceo. Dan Mister selalu ingat dari Ustadz Mister dulu kalau belajar bahasa asing itu buka mulut. Mulutnya dibuka selebar 3 jari. Jari ya. Itu pengalaman yang Mister rasakan benar-benar efektif ya. Jadi belajarnya itu awalnya gitu, misalkan 1, 2, 3 itu buka mulut karena mulut kita belum terbiasa. Mister juga dulu begitu ketika belajar bahasa Arab. Wahid, isnani, salasa, arba'ah, khomsa, sita, sab'ah. Itu gogorowokan, buka mulut. Buka mulut intinya ya. Ya. So we have to practice with your tongue karena awalnya dari mulut kita. Mulut kita yang terbiasa makan nasi, makan sampe itu akan berbeda dengan yang makan roti dan keju. So we have to be practice. Would you please to pronounce between C and C, sheep and sheep. Nah, itu boleh tuh dicoba buat teman-teman ya. Ini Mr. Bayu yang nanya ya. Oke. Si laut ya. Si. Kalau si melihat si. Kalau dalam tajwid mad tobi'i ada mad tobi'inya kalau si ya. Si. Nah, kalau yang laut si. Oke, I like the sea. Nah, kalau I see you, I see you. Nah, see ada ea-nya panjang see, kemudian see. Ship and sheep. Mungkin ini antara kapal dan domba ya. Sheep and sheep. Kayak sound the sheep ya. Sheep and sheep. Sheep kayak gitu. Itu bedanya di harokat. Ayo dua harokat, ayo harokat. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's all for tonight. If you have no questions, okay, I will close the class and see you tomorrow. I hope what we have learned tonight will be very useful for you and for me. And also we can improve and we can enhance our English ability to be a better, to, what is it? To, yeah, it's like to make you better in communications during your students exchange moments with your friends from abroad. Oke, abroad itu apa? Luar negeri ya. Abroad. Atau teman-teman bisa bilang overseas. Overseas. Overseas juga sama, artinya luar negeri ya. Abroad ya. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Prita. It's nice to meet you. Andri, it's nice to meet you. Abdul Aziz, it's happy to see you. Devi, it's happy to see you. Nida, it's glad to see you. Thank you for your attention. Go on, keep practicing, and see you tomorrow in the next discussion. Okay, that's all. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.